Barre-lates, bar and Pilates fusion. For today, let's grab, excuse me, a set of weights. I'm using 1 pound, so you can go heavy or you can go without weights at all. And then I'm gonna grab a ball. That one's really deflated. And then just a small ball. You can also grab a block if you don't have a ball. All right, let's go and start with our warm up. Draw your feet hip width apart and parallel, strong point through your toes. Draw your knees up towards your chest. A few more breaths here. Reach the arms up high overhead. Add a nice wide pull down as you continue to draw the knees up, pointing through the toes. I apologize in advance for the coughs. Twist opposite elbow, opposite knee, warming up those obliques. Bring us under for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quickly come onto the floor on your bum. Extend your legs out long. Your feet can be flat or hovering, arms by your side, palms facing down. Deep inhales, deep exhales as you pump the arms. Navel pulled in towards your spine, lifting to the crown of your head. Keep it going for 5. That's 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Reach the arms and legs long, extend opposite direction, crunch everything in, elbows to knees, knees to chest, extend, crunch in. You can hover your limbs or tap the floor. That's it, give me 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Gently roll back. Draw your knees into your chest, curl yourself to a tight ball. Roll side to side. You can cross your ankles or leave them parallel. We're going to rock and roll a few times. Hovering at the top, maybe tee out the arms. Roll back. Rock up. 2 more. You can always hold it at the top. All right, this time we're going to hover and hold for 5. Don't worry, I'm still counting. That's 3, 2, and 1. Cross your ankles. Come to a tabletop, or you can come to the top fleshy part of your knees or a high plank. We're just hovering, holding, wrists under your shoulders. If you're in that tabletop, knees directly under your hips. Holding here and breathing. Try pressing the earth away. If your wrists bother you, press into your finger pads. Release off of your palms. From here, elbows bend and press, bend and press. Tricep push-ups. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. From here, walk your hands out wider than your shoulders. Wide arm push-ups. Here we go. Just bend and press, bend and press. Navel pulled into your spine. 3 more. 2 more. All right, from here, walk your hands to your knees. Gently roll up, roll your shoulders back, roll your shoulders up. Shake out anything else that you need to. We're gonna grab a ball or that block. We're gonna place it between our palms. Everything that we're gonna do is gonna be for 60 seconds each, 1 time through. Find your wide plie, feet wider than your hips, toes turned out, ball between your palms. Here we go. Squeeze, squeeze, lift, heels lift and lower. Squeeze, squeeze, arms and heels lift and lower. Nice. As you lift the arms overhead, continue to squeeze that ball between your palms. You can walk your feet in or widen your stance, your choice. Keep it going. Nice. Shoulders stay stacked over your hips here. A few more. Elbows are wide as you draw that ball to heart center. Keep it going. We're gonna hold the knees bent, hips low. All right, hold those knees nice and bent, hips stay low. 1 squeeze, right heel lift and lower, left heel lift. So we're squeezing that ball and alternating the heel lift and lower. Try not to move your hips. So if as you lift that heel, your hips rise, strain to keep those hips nice and low the whole time. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Squeeze that ball, release. Keep it going. You got it. Keep it going. Alternating heels, lift and lower. Abs are engaged. We're gonna add an oblique crunch here. One more each side. Hold the hips low. Pulse, pulse right, tap and lift. Pulse, pulse left side, tap and lift. Try stacking that top shoulder directly over the bottom. Avoid rolling forward. You can extend the opposite arm if you'd like. Squeeze, pulse, tap and lift. You got it. Maybe tapping that ball to the inside of that same knee. Maybe tapping to the inside of your calf. Maybe your ankle, maybe the floor. Do what you can today. Squeeze, pulse, tap and lift. That's it. A few more here. More each side. All right, from here, we're gonna hold that ball forward. Double heel lift, just squeeze and squeeze. We're holding it for 10. That's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that ball out in front. Walk the feet in. From here, reverse lunge, squeeze, rise up. Reverse lunge, squeeze, rise up. Keep that ball directly out in front. Squeeze that ball between your palms. If you're using that block, same concept. Squeeze it in between your palms. Nice. Alternating reverse lunge. Almost there. Beautiful work. You've got it. Last 10. Stay with it. All right, we're gonna end with that right leg back, holding that reverse, whoop, don't kick that wall behind you like I just did. Holding that reverse lunge stance, squeeze, pulse, left heel lift and lower. Squeeze, pulse, left heel lift and lower. So we're keeping that back right heel lifted nice and high, and we're lifting and lowering that front heel. Squeeze, pulse, lift and lower. Keep it going. You've got it. Stay with it. Lifting that front heel as high as you can. Almost there. All right, hold that front heel lifted. Reach up to the left, down to the right. Just like a wood chop. Now, you can keep that back right knee lifted, or you can bring it down to the floor, reach it up and down. Continue to squeeze that ball between your palms. So you can hold it in that reverse lunge stance, or you can gently set that right knee down. Make sure you're twisting up to the left, down to the right. Keep it going. Reach up and down. You've got it. Still going. Almost there. All right, if your back knee was lifted, go ahead and lower it back down. Arm out in front, hinge forward, heel lift, heel lower, bring it down. Extend, heel lift, heel lower, bring it down. Extend, lift, lower, and bend. Extend, lift, lower, and bend. Go at your own pace. You're maintaining that bend in that front left knee the whole time. Do what you can here. You got it. Few more here. Hold that right leg lifted, just pulse and pulse. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set that right foot down. Stow with that ball. Tap that right leg out from the right hip. Bring it down to a curtsy. Right hand down, left foot. Side tap, curtsy, side tap. So as you draw that right leg back to the curtsy, you're coming almost into a single leg curtsy. So you're drawing that ball down towards your left toes. As you rise up, bring the ball to both hands, hands at heart center. You're tapping that right leg directly out from your right hip. Keep it going. Best news of all, we're gonna do these exact same moves on the left side. You got it. 5 more. Three more. That's 2. Last one. All right, shake it out. Sorry, ball back between your palms. Step your left foot back. From here, pulse, pulse, right heel lift and lower. Squeeze, pulse, right heel lifts and lower. Make sure that back left knee is directly under your back hip. Really lifting that front right heel. You've got it. Squeeze, pulse, lift and lower. Squeeze, pulse, lift and lower. We've got those wood chops next. Keep squeezing that ball. Option to lower that left knee when we come into those wood chops. A few more here. Squeeze, pulse, lift and lower. All right, lower that front heel. If you want, you can lower that back knee. Reach up to the right, down to the left. Continue to squeeze that ball. Wood chop, reaching up. Maybe bringing your gaze with the ball. You can also keep your gaze forward. Keep it going. Reach it up and down. Option to keep that back knee lowered, or you can lift it. Almost there. Few more. All right, rise up off that left knee if you previously had it on the floor. Bring that weight, that ball to your heart center. Here we go. Extend, lift, lower, and bend. Extend, lift, lower, and bend. Now you want to squeeze the base of your left glute. As you extend and as you lift it up, squeeze it. Maybe try flexing your left foot. Keep your hips nice and square. We'll get into that outer hip, outer glute in just a few. Keep it going. Make sure you're squeezing that ball. A few more. We've got those left leg pulses coming up in just a bit. All right, on the next one, hold that leg lifted. Squeeze, pulse. That's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the left leg down. Shake it out. All right, side tap, curtsy, ball tap. Bring it back to center. Curtsy, ball tap. Deep bend in both the knees. Very nice. Maybe try reaching that left leg a little bit further back at that diagonal. Bend into both knees. You've got this. We're going to place that ball between our thighs and we're going to grab that set of weights in our hands in just a few. Almost there. Curtsy with a ball tap. Maybe reach the opposite arm up if you'd like. To add a little shoulder work on that right side. You've got it. Curtsy tap, bring it together. Place that ball between your thighs. Go ahead and grab your weights, any set, or just your body weight. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Bend into your knees, chest is lifted, palms are facing up. Bicep curl with a right heel lift and lower. So I want you to really pop that right heel. Continue to squeeze that ball. Working the inner and outer thighs here by squeezing that ball, and by keeping your hips low, chest lifted, you're also working your quads. A little bonus calf work here on that right side. Adding that bicep curl. Keep it going. You've got it. Almost there. Hold the elbows bent at 90, just pulse and pulse. Right heel lifted, elbows stay bent. For 3, 2, and 1. Lower that right heel. Bring the palms facing and release the hands by your side. Sink those hips low once again. Left heel, hammer curl. Extend, curl it up, and extend. Really popping that left heel. Same muscles are being worked on this side, except we're working that left calf. Keeping everything symmetrical. Continue to squeeze that ball. Maybe sink your hips an inch or two lower. Nice. Chest and shoulders stay lifted. You've got it. Keep it going. Just a few more here. We got those little pulses coming up, and then we'll move on. All right, hold the elbows 90, left heel lifted, just pulse and pulse. Try to get lower than you did before. That's 3, 2, and 1. Lower that left heel. Maybe shake it out. Swing those hips down low again. Elbow bent at 90. Lift, press, pull it in, lower, lift, press. So just the arms are actively working. You're still squeezing that ball between your thighs. Your knees are still bent. Your chest is lifted, so don't want to hinge forward. You want that work to be in your core. Lift, press, forward, release. Then fly to a forward press. Keep it going. Nice work. That's it, just a couple more. All right, Julie, lower your arms, roll your shoulders up and back, then back into those knees. One more thing, hammer curl or bicep curl, overhead press, Arnold press. If you want, you can add a heel lift and lower here. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Do what you can. Almost there. We're going to come onto the floor next. We're going to keep the ball between our thighs. Give me 3 more. That's 3. This is 2. 1 more. Nice work. Set the weights off to the side. Go ahead and come down to a low plank. So bring your forearms down. Continue to squeeze that ball. You'll see why. Forearms down, squeeze, squeeze, knees bend, extend, squeeze, squeeze, knees bend, extend. Now, you can start with your knees on the floor. That's perfectly fine. You're just gonna lift and lower. So you're just doing the opposite. Continue squeezing that ball. Just gonna grab some water. Everything's on a timer. Keep it going. Almost there. You are so close. Knees bend, knees extend. Squeeze, squeeze, knees bend, extend. Opposite if your knees are starting on the floor. Give me one more wherever you're at. All right, gently lower your knees. Walk your hands on your shoulders. Grab that ball. Place the ball behind your right knee. Walk your hands on your shoulders. From here, flex your right foot, relax your left. Press it up, release it down. Donkey kicks. Sole your right foot up towards the ceiling. Keep it going. Hold that right heel lifted, just press and press. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the right knee down. Option to lower your left elbow and keep the right hand boxed out. Open out to the side and lower. Just like a fire hydrant, open and close. Right knee comes directly out from the right. Continue to squeeze that ball. Continue to draw your heel in towards your glute. Flex your foot. Go at your own pace. Give me 3. That's 2. Hold it high, just pulse and pulse. You've got 3, 2, hold it lifted, knee the elbow, press it back for 2, knee the elbow for 2, press it back for 2. So you're keeping that right hip open, working that outermost part of your right hip right here. Right heel stays in towards your right glute. Flex your right foot. Give me one more. All right, release that right knee. Bring that ball over to the left side. We have the exact same thing on the left side. Draw your left heel in close towards your glute. Flex your left heel. Wrist under your shoulders. Untuck your right toes. Keep your left toes tucked. Press up. Release. Press. Release. So keep your back flat. Try to avoid arching or rounding your spine here. Navel pulled in toward your spine, up the crown of your head. Continue to breathe. You got it. Stay with it. Hold it up, just press and press. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Release it down. Just open the side and lower. Open and close. Always an option to lower your right forearm down or keep your right wrist on the floor. It does not matter how high you get that left leg out from your hip. Give me 3. That's 2. Hold it lifted, just pulse and pulse for 3, 2, and 1. Knee the elbow for 2. Kick it back for 2. Knee the elbow for 2. Kick it back for 2. You should feel this in your outer left glute, in your outer left hip. Continue to press your left heel in toward your left glute to keep that ball just where it's at. Maybe your left elbow taps your left knee or vice versa. All right, give me one more. All right, lower that left knee. Come to a tabletop. So the ball off to the side, wrists under your shoulders, under your hips. Tuck your toes, hammock your belly, lift your gaze. Little tiny stretch here. Untuck your toes, round your spine. Press it away. Repeat that a few more times. Cat and cow. Come back to a neutral spine, bump your hips side to side, or move in any kind of movement that feels comfortable for you. All right, go ahead and grab that ball. Place it between your thighs. Grab those weights underneath your hands. We're gonna find a high plank. Extend those legs out long. Pike your hips up, weight in your right hand, bring it to your left foot. Come back to that high plank, pike it up. Left weight to your right foot, come back to that high plank. So you're passing that weight to and from your opposite hand to foot, actively pressing your hips up. That's it. Coming back to that high plank. Still going, still moving. Continue to squeeze that ball. Really pike those hips up high. Reaching that weight towards the opposite foot. Right. Begin to bring those weights back in towards your hands. Finishing up here. Gently lower your knees. Release that ball from your thighs. We're going to roll back onto our back with those weights by our side and with that ball. Back is flat on the floor. Draw your knees over your hips. Knees are bent at 90. Press that ball into your left thigh. Pressing it with your left hand. Right elbow is wide. We're going to extend and bend that right leg. So just the right leg is moving. You want to actively press that ball into your left thigh so much that you feel as though your left leg is going to extend away from you, but you want to actively draw that left knee close into your chest. Keep it going. You can always lower your left foot flat on the floor, but you're still pressing in that ball with your left hand. You can tuck your chin to your chest, hover your shoulders, or lay completely flat. Laying flat's always a challenging part. Keep it going. Just the right leg. On the next one, hold that right leg low to a hover. Leg lifts for 2, knee bends, extend, lift for 2, knee bends, extends. Single count for the bend and the extend. Double count for the leg lift up to the ceiling. Keep it going. All right, on the next one, hold that right leg low to a hover, tiny circles. Flip it in reverse, opposite direction. All right, hold the right leg low to a hover, knee bends, extend, leg lower for 2, so we're just reversing that direction. Double count for the lower towards the floor. Single count as you draw that knee back over the hip, and then up towards the ceiling. Keep it going. Continue to press into that ball with your left hand. Pressing it in with your left thigh. A few more. Okay. All right, on the next one, hold that right leg up towards the ceiling, tiny circles. It doesn't matter which direction. Go and reverse that direction. Gently release your right foot. Release the ball to the side. Draw your knees into your chest. Curl yourself into a tight ball. Little tiny stretch here. Release your feet. Drawing your knees back over your hips. Pressing the ball this time into your left thigh with your right thigh with your right hand. Left elbow is wide. Just extend and bend that left leg. So just the left leg is moving. Right leg is completely still. You can lower the sole of your right foot on the floor if your hip flexor begins to bother you, or you can hover that right shin and that right foot directly above the floor. Right knee stays bent. Continue to press that ball or that block into your right thigh. Just the left leg is moving. Most important part is that your lower back is pressed in towards the floor. Actively touching, actively engaged, drawing your navel into your spine, up the crown of your head. Hold that left leg long to a hover, leg lifts for 2, knee bends, extend, lift for 2, bend, extend. Keep it going. Very nice. Looking so strong, Jeanette. You got this. Maybe strong point through your left toes. Just a few more. On the next one, hold that left leg low to a hover, tiny circle and circle. Flip it in reverse, opposite direction. Left leg low to a hover, knee bends, extend, leg lower for 2, bend, extend, lower for 2. You got this. Always an option to lower that right foot on the floor or keep it hovering. No matter what, press that ball into your right thigh with your right hand. Left elbow is wide, shoulders on the floor or chin tucked, your choice. Bend, extend, lower for 2. On the next one, hold that left leg up to the ceiling, tiny circle and circle. Flip it in reverse, and circle, and circle. Strong point through your toes. Nice. Draw your knees into your chest. Sorry, curl yourself into a tight ball. And then release your feet down to the floor. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Flex your left foot, pressing your left knee away. Lift your hips through your forward glute bridge and lower. Allow your knees to fall over to the left. Come back to center, over to the right. Don't worry, we're not done just yet. Just a little stretch here in between. One more time each side. Over to the left and to the right. Gently draw your right knee into your chest. You can clasp behind your right thigh. You can grab your knee. Maybe extend and bend that right leg. Gently plant your right foot, plant your left foot. Send your right leg to the ceiling, flex your right foot. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Gently press your right knee away from the crown of your head. Give me one glute bridge, lift and lower. Allow your knees to fall over to the right. Come back through center, over to the left. Come back through center one more time each side. Gently come back to center. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. You can bind your hands behind your left thigh. Maybe on your left shin. Release your bind, lower your left foot. Lower your right foot. Grab that ball once again, place it between your thighs. Grab those weights. One weight in each hand. From here, elbows are wide. Glute bridge, lift and lower. Squeeze that ball. Chest press. Wide arm chest press. Keeping your shoulders pressed in towards the floor. Actively just lifting and lowering your glutes. Squeezing that ball. Knuckles towards the ceiling. Keep your elbows below your shoulders. Keep it going. A few more. Squeeze that ball. Hold the hips and arms lifted. Just pulse and pulse. Pulsing the arms. Pulsing those hips. Slightly off of the floor. Lower your hips, lower your elbows. Draw your elbows in towards your body, knuckles up towards the ceiling for a neutral press. Continue to squeeze that ball. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. I think I'll just sit up the rest of class. Knuckles up towards the ceiling, still squeezing that ball between your thighs, lifting your hips. Keep it going. One more. Lower the weights. Lower the ball off to the side. Draw your knees back into your chest. Curl yourself to a tight ball. Rock and roll a few times along your spine. Gently cross your ankles. Find a tabletop. Draw your knees wide, sink your hips towards your heels, and reach your fingertips out long. Resting your forehead on the floor. Actively reaching long in opposite directions. Now reach your right arm high. Gaze up, look up. Exhale, thread your right arm under through the left side body. Gently releasing your right cheek or ear towards the floor. Left arm can stay long. You can bind your left arm around towards your right hip. Reach your left arm long. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, thread through the right side body. Releasing your left cheek or ear towards the floor. You're welcome to stay here with your right arm long, or you can bind it around towards your left hip. Opening up your right shoulder. You reach your right arm long. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release it down. Walk yourself up to a tabletop. Wrist under shoulder, hands under hip. Extend your right leg long. Strong point through your right toes. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen long. Exhale, rainbow that left leg up and over to the outside of your left hip. Looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, kick your right leg straight back. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale, this time draw that right leg up and over to the outside of your right hip. Wrist still under your shoulders. Tuck your left toes, press your hips back. Feel that stretch in your outer right hip, maybe in your calf, and then rock forward. Press it back. Gently rock forward. Walk your hands back in toward your left knee. Sweep both arms up high, shoulders stacked over your hips. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right hand to your right thigh. Side bend over to the right. Feel that stretch in your oblique. Inhale, rise up. Bend the elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your left hand down by your left knee. Draw your left bicep to your left ear. Option to hover that right leg, or you can keep it sealed in towards the floor. Using your abs, inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Walk your hands back out under your shoulders. Gently draw that right knee in under your right hip. Draw a few circles here with your right knee, and then reverse that direction. Gently lower your right knee down. Extend your left leg straight back. Strong point through your toes. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring that left leg over the right side. Pressing in towards your heel to deepen that stretch, or rocking towards the ball of your foot or your toes to lessen that sensation. Maybe looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, send your left leg straight back, strong point through your toes. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rainbow that left leg over from the left hip. Keeping your hands under your shoulders, tuck your right toes, press your hips back, feel that stretch. Maybe rocking forwards and backwards, if that feels comfortable for you on this side. When you're ready, stack the shoulders over your hips. Walk your hands into your right knee. Sweep both arms up high. Give me one cactus. Bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left hand down your left leg, side bend over to the left. Feel that stretch all along the right side body. Inhale, rise up. One more cactus. Pull your shoulder blades down and back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right hand to your right knee, side bend over to the right side. Left bicep frames your left ear, maybe lifting your left leg or keeping it sealed to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Walk it back out to that tripod, if you will. Bend your left knee, draw underneath your left hip, and draw a few circles here with your left knee. And then reverse. Release your left knee down. Walk your hands to your knees. Gently roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time, slow and controlled. Sweep both arms up high. Fantastic work today. Thank you so very much for joining me and for tolerating my sniffles.